Viewers criticize worst interview on Loose Women. Are fans missing something? Loose Women viewers were upset by the recent interview with Jonathan Meijer, who is known as the man with 1,000 kids, due to his involvement in a Netflix docuseries. The panelists Kaye Adams, Katie Piper, Linda Robson, and Jane Moore spoke with Jonathan about his experience as a sperm donor and the controversy surrounding his story. During the interview, some fans took to social media to express their disappointment with the way the panelists handled the conversation. Many viewers felt that the women were too harsh on Jonathan, questioning his choices and responsibilities as a donor. Some viewers even felt that the panelists missed the point of his story and the impact it has had on families. Jonathan himself shared that he decided to stop donating sperm in 2019 and has since focused on having children of his own. Despite facing legal consequences in the Netherlands, he remains critical of the docuseries that brought his story to light, expressing concern for the donor children and their families. Overall, the interview on Loose Women sparked a debate among viewers about the ethics of sperm donation and the responsibilities of donors. While some viewers felt that the panelists were too judgmental, others appreciated the opportunity to hear Jonathan's perspective on his unique situation. The conversation around sperm donation and its implications is an important one to have, as it raises questions about consent, family dynamics, and the well-being of donor children. It is essential to consider the complexity of these issues and the impact they can have on individuals and families involved in the process. As Loose Women continues to address controversial topics and invite guests with diverse perspectives, it is important for viewers to engage in thoughtful discussions and consider different viewpoints. By doing so, we can gain a better understanding of complex issues and work towards creating a more informed and empathetic society. ITV Loose Women viewers ask, "Am I missing something after worst interview ever?" Loose Women viewers were left unimpressed after Friday's show saw Jonathan Meijer join the panel to discuss his life as a sperm donor after Netflix's The Man with 1,000 Kids. Loose Women viewers were left less than impressed following an interview with Jonathan Meijer, the subject of the Netflix documentary, The Man with 1,000 Kids. The panel, consisting of Kaye Adams, Katie Piper, Linda Robson, and Jane Moore, engaged in a discussion on Friday, July 26, about current global news before inviting Jonathan to join via video link. Jonathan, a Dutch sperm donor who has been accused of fathering over 500 children and deceiving families in the Netherlands and internationally, was there to talk about his role in the contentious documentary. Netflix released the three-part series The Man with 1,000 Kids earlier in the month, and Jonathan has since clarified that he has helped conceive 550 children, not the titular 1,000. The conversation turned uncomfortable as Jonathan repeatedly interrupted the panelists while they questioned him about the docuseries, reports The Express. As the latest episode of Loose Women aired, disgruntled fans quickly expressed their opinions online. One viewer took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to express their dismay. "Now Loose Women. This is the worst interview I've ever seen. All four women don't know how to interview. How can you ask a sperm donor why he doesn't take care of his kids? #LooseWoman." Another viewer commented, "Am I missing something? Surely he only donated to women who had requested donation. #LooseWoman." An additional tweet read, "The @LooseWoman interview with the Dutch sperm donor was terrible. They almost condemned this man for helping 550 women have children, and said he's a dad without the responsibilities. What a joke. If nobody wanted to be a donor, men would be the bad guys. #LooseWoman." Jonathan previously revealed that he decided to stop donating sperm to new recipients in 2019 of his own accord. He made this decision, in part, due to his desire to focus on having his own kids. Fast-forwarding 4 years, a Dutch court dictated him to cease sperm donations, get rid of any stocks held by clinics, and warned him of a €100,000, £83,500 fine for any future breach. However, provisions were made for mothers aiming to provide their donor-conceived children with biological siblings. Meijer turned down an offer to feature in The Man with 1,000 Kids, citing it wasn't in the best interest of the children conceived through his donations. "I think it's really capitalizing on these families who were infertile or just wanted to have families," he voiced. "They're good people, lovely people, and now people will ask them, 'Oh, is your child one from the 1,000 donor doc? Is the doc going to do any good for the children?'" Loose Women sparks outrage as ITV viewers slam worst interview ever. Loose Women fans were left divided as they watched the panel interview Jonathan Meijer, the sperm donor at the center of a shocking new Netflix docuseries, The Man with 1,000 Kids. Loose Women viewers were left fuming after an interview with sperm donor Jonathan Meijer descended into chaos on the show. Kaye Adams, Katie Piper, Linda Robson, and Jane Moore formed the panel this Friday, July 26, and dived into a range of hot topics before inviting Jonathan for a virtual sit-down. The Dutch sperm donor, who has been embroiled in controversy for fathering over 500 children and allegedly duping families, joined the conversation to shed light on his side of the story. Despite the title, The Man with 1,000 Kids, which hit Netflix earlier this month, Jonathan claims his progeny tally stands at 550, not the 1,000 as suggested by the series. However, the interview took a turn for the worse as Jonathan repeatedly talked over the panelists, leading to visible frustration during their probe into the contentious documentary, reports The Express. As the episode unfolded, disgruntled fans didn't hesitate to express their outrage online. One viewer blasted the segment on X, formerly known as Twitter, writing, "Nah, Loose Women, this is the worst interview I've ever seen. All four women don't know how to interview. How can you ask a sperm donor why he doesn't take care of his kids? #LooseWoman."